was Moses in Islam? Moses, is mentioned more than any other figure in the entire Quran, appearing in over 130 verses across 34 chapters. His story is told in more detail than even the Prophet Muhammad's own early life. Here is the complete, honest picture. The most mentioned prophet. This fact alone surprises most people outside the Muslim world. The figure who appears most frequently in the Quran isn't Muhammad, it's Moses. His story is recounted multiple times from different angles in different chapters, making him, in some sense, the central prophetic figure used to illustrate core Quranic themes: the conflict between truth and tyranny, the patience required of prophets, and the relationship between a community and its God. The story, as the Quran tells it, the basic narrative will be familiar to anyone who knows the biblical account, with specific Quranic emphasis. Moses was born during a time when Pharaoh was killing Hebrew infant boys, placed in a basket on the river, found and raised in Pharaoh's own household, a detail the Quran emphasizes as a sign of divine planning that the child marked for death was raised under the protection of the very tyrant who sought to kill him. As an adult, Moses fled Egypt after killing a man in a confrontation, married in Midian, and received his prophethood at the burning bush on Mount Sinai, called Tur Sina in the Quran, where God spoke to him directly. This direct verbal communication is significant. Moses holds a unique title in Islamic theology, Kalim Allah, the one God spoke to directly, distinguishing his prophethood even among the major prophets. Moses returned to Egypt with his brother Harun, Aaron, to confront Pharaoh, performed the miracles of the staff and his hand, endured Pharaoh's repeated refusals despite plague after plague, and ultimately led the Israelites out of Egypt in the parting of the sea, one of the most dramatic moments in the entire Quran, with Pharaoh and his army drowning in pursuit. The wilderness years. The Quran also recounts the years of wandering, the giving of the Torah, the incident of the golden calf, the complaints and rebellions of the Israelites, and Moses' frustration and persistence as a leader trying to guide a difficult, often unfaithful community. The Quran's account of Moses' struggles with his own people is detailed and unflinching, not a simplified hero narrative, but a portrait of the genuine difficulty of prophetic leadership. Why he matters so much. Moses functions in the Quran as a kind of mirror for the Prophet Muhammad's own experience, facing rejection, leading a difficult community, persisting despite enormous opposition. His repeated appearance throughout the text serves as both historical account and a source of comfort and guidance for the early Muslim community facing similar struggles. The depth of Islamic theology across 14 centuries continues to reward honest and careful study. Every honest account of this faith adds one more piece to a picture that grows richer the more closely one looks. Context and nuance separate real understanding from oversimplified summaries that miss what actually matters. These are exactly the kinds of details that make an enormous difference to genuine understanding of the faith. This channel exists to provide honest, respectful, context rich, like if this gave you a fuller picture. Subscribe. Truth every day. I'm Noor. This is Islam with Noor. Thank you for listening.